Did you know, because obviously there's no script at the beginning, how big this role is? Because people, look away now, Oscar talk. There are a lot of people who are saying very, very big things, not just about the film, but about your role in the film. How is that presented?
And it should be said that began at Cannes. As soon as the film was seen at Cannes, it immediately people have been talking about awards. So that has been going on for a while.
But so at what stage do you realise quite how big Mary is in this film?
Well, when you first start on the film, Mike just literally rings you up and says, "Do you want to be in the film?" And it's either yes or no. He can't tell you anything about it because there isn't anything to tell. Because, believe it or not, we really do start with nothing. I think he has ideas and notions and themes, but he can't say to me, "Do you want to come and play this great character called Mary who's a lonely alcoholic?" Because the pair of us haven't created her, and that's what we do in the first place. We work one-to-one, and we, over a long time, and we don't do it in 3 days. We had 18 weeks on Another Year before the cameras came.
Wow.
So in that time...
That's a lot of rehearsal time, is it? Or is that fairly standard for a Mike Leigh film?
That's sort of standard now. When I started making films with him in the early 80s, and the first one I did was for the BBC, in fact, called Grown Ups, that was much shorter amount of time. But now that he makes cinema films, there's a bit longer. But it's not a long time when you think you start with nothing. You were talking to your previous guest who was saying about writing something. You can be writing something for a year before you feel it's ready. But we do start with nothing. We create the character, and then Mike is the only person with a sort of overall vision of everything. And he'll start to pool, bring characters together. Then you'll start to do improvisations and etc., etc., etc. And then you start to determine what the dialogue's going to be and pin it down. We don't ever improvise on camera, which is another myth. I think people think we just sort of start improvising and roll the cameras and see what happens, but it's more structured than that.
I have asked Mike Leigh to explain this process to me on several occasions, and on several occasions he's done so, and I have failed to completely comprehend it, because it does seem to me that there's an element of alchemy and mystery and all this. And I asked him about it again today, and he said, well, the bottom line of it is it's nobody else's business how we get to this point.
That's not a very helpful answer.
No, but I think what he meant was, look, it's actually not explainable. It's.
I think the crucial thing is it's quite hard to explain it without it sounding a bit precious and a bit arty-farty, and and without having quite a long time to describe it.
Sure, but there is a point whereby after your improvisations, your workshops, you're talking through it, in which he will sit down and physically write a script, or the script? No, so there's
No. By the time we are getting to the latter part of the rehearsals, we'll be doing master improvisations. Like, for example, the barbecue scene. We improvised a barbecue in real time with real food, not real drink, obviously, otherwise we'd all be legless. And that improvisation lasted 5 or 6 hours, the real time that a barbecue would last. And then out of that, the real end product that you see has been distilled from that. What was your question? I've gone.
At some point, there's a go. Okay, fine, very good. Now, shall I actually write down so and so says this?
What happens is that just before we start to shoot, he will go away for a few days and he will create a scenario of the journey of the film. But and he'll then talk to us one-to-one about what our character's journey is, what happens to them, what scenes they're going to be involved in. But it'll be one-liners. It'll be like, scene 1, Mary goes to visit Tom and Jerry. Scene 2, Jerry's at work. It's as brief as that. And then we start structuring those scenes, and then we shoot, structure. But it's never written down because the words that we say are the actors. The actors are improvising, so all the words that I say as Mary have come from me.